Hello everyone, Chakra Gaming here. Welcome back to my channel. It's another video for Dark War Survival, and today we're diving into the research. I've made a video before about how you can be doing the research in a good way, but in this video we're going into the advanced version after unlocking almost everything into this section. So we're checking it out, and let's see exactly how you, as a new to the game, should be doing it. And if you are already playing the game, then maybe this will be helping you to be going into a right direction. So let's just dive into it. So moving on to the research. The research is one of the extremely important area into the game, especially when it comes to the early game, because it's really going to be helping you in all kind of aspect into the game, from the develop, gathering the resources, as well as to the PvP and to the PvE. So we're starting with which building or which section for what purpose. The first section going to be the develop, and this is basically going to be focusing on the research as well as speed ups. Well, let's say it's training troops, the research speed up, as well as capacity and the healing. So how we should be doing it in the right way. If we go all the way up over here, then you'll see that the first one going to be going for the construction speed, and then we're having the hospital capacity to be increasing the amount of units that can be going to the hospital to be healing them up. And then we're having over here the unit training capacity. From these parts, it's pretty much all basic, but the extremely important ones that you should be working on reaching as quick as possible if you're in the early game going to be the formation number 2, as well as later on going to be, which is pretty much over here, the formation number 3. This is the unlocking all the 2 extra formations, so it will be helping to be having, instead of just 1 truck, to be having a total of 3, and it's totally completely for free. As well as it's really good to be going for the hospital capacity, but what's even more important to be actually going to be this one, to be having the unit training capacity. This one gonna be helping to be making more troops, to be training them up, because it's really, really hard to actually get that in the start of the game. And then we're having the speed ups for the constructions. It's really good to be going for that one. Look into that later on. You're gonna have a huge amount of time to be upgrading the building. Look into when it comes to level 30 and above for the industrial age, it will be really, really struggling for that part. For the next one going to be the economy. The economy basically focusing over the resources for both the output from the inner buildings as well as the gathering from the world. Or from this part over here, there is really one important thing that we should be working on as quick as possible to be unlocking, which is going to be the level up, to be heavy lifting. This one gonna be helping to be making you able to be gathering higher level than the one you're gonna be able to from the start of the game, which is really, really good, because the higher the resources you're gonna be gathering, the better it will be given, and the higher amount it will be. As well as from here, it can be various which area you should be working on. Personally, I'll say the important one is to be trying to work on the gathering speed, which is the ones that have in the mind or the axe over here, because this one gonna be increasing the speed for the gathering. All these 3 is aiming for the wood, electricity, and for the stones, and this gonna be making it even faster to be gathering from the world mining. As well as the others is helping with the output into the shelter per hour. It's still okay to do so, but it's faster to actually get the resources from the world itself. And then we're having, of course, even more heavy lifting level up to be increasing that one to be able to reach the higher or the highest level, which is the 8 for the gathering resources. For the next one going to be the battle. And here it's going to be all around the PvP. But here comes the tricky part in this one specifically. The first one going to be, if we go all the way up here, you'll see that the first one gonna be to be increasing the troop attack, and this one it's not for a specific faction, but it is in overall. And for this part, we're gonna be dividing. Well, we already know that there is 3 factions into the game. There is the riders, there is the shooter, and there is the fighters. For the speed ups or for the resources for these ones, it is important to actually upgrade the one that is for which troop. Like we can take it as an example. For the riders is mainly focusing over the tank. So you don't need to be really working over increasing their attack in the early stage, but instead you should be working on the shooter and for the fighters to be increasing the attack for these 2 first. But for the riders, then you can be upgrading the max or the defense to be increasing their survivability and make it even longer. Yeah, we're needing to be upgrading these ones to be able to unlock the next level, but it's just to be making it to level 1 and then to be keep pushing further. And then we're having this one, the troop expansion. This is really important one because here it will be increasing the capacity for the trucks to be able to send more amount of troops with your trucks when it comes to either gathering or going into a fight. It's really, really important. So from here, it's going to be the breathless battle. This is going to be increasing the overall attack for the complete troops, and then for the shooters, gonna be for the attack. The riders gonna be for the defense, and for the fighters gonna be the attack as well. And then we're having these 2 over here going to be increasing the overall troop defense. It's good to be working on it, but personally, I say it is good to be keeping for a later stage. The important is to be trying to be increasing the attack for the shooter and for the fighters because they're gonna help you to be making it even more into the fight and to be increasing the defense for the riders. And then it's just to be keep going, and then we'll have an HP for the riders. You can do that for the shooter as well, so you can be having both of them, the riders and the shooter, because they are both good. The riders to be giving them more HP to be surviving even more, and for the shooters to be increasing their amount of HP so they can be surviving more in case if the riders have got killed. And then of course it's more attack over here, and if we go down there we're gonna be getting more of the true capacity to be increasing this one to the highest we can, or to max it out as quick as possible. And yeah, just to be keep doing like that when it comes to research even more. This is something I have missed in the early time of the game, which I've been working on maxing every single thing from the beginning, which is completely wrong to do that, especially when it comes to being a free-to-play. But, this is the first time I'm playing this type of game, so it's always okay to be having some mistakes, but now you know what I did, so you should be avoiding that one and do it in a better way. So yeah, this is basic for this part and the important thing about it. Moving on to the next ones. Going to be these 6 tabs. They will be unlocked for you if you're in the early stage of the game. They will get unlocked in, with time. The first one going to be the duel and the battle strategy. These 2 is connected to the duel for the alliance, which is this event, the alliance duel. So for this one, here comes a tricky part that is really good to be actually following it that way. Going to be to try your best to be maxing out the duel as quick as possible. The reason for that part, because this one is aiming completely on increasing the amount of points you're gonna get from any kind of thing into the alliance duel. And if we go further, you'll see that it will help as well to be unlocking the last 3 boxes, 7th and 8th and 9th, to be able to get to complete your works. Because in the start, if we go for the chests over here, you're gonna have these 3 locked. You're gonna have just the 3, these ones, and then this one left there. And yeah, you can still keep going and get more points, but this 3 gonna be locked for you. You won't be able to get the rewards unless you're having this one over here unlocked, which is this specific research. And then if we keep going further, it will be still giving more points for the amount of subjected mission. And then the last one going to be double the alliance doing chest. And this one gonna be the absolutely last one. It's only one time, one level, and yeah, you're gonna get all chests doubled. For the next one going to be the battle strategy. This one is all connected to the battle for the alliance duel, since the last day in the alliance duel is all about a killing event. So it will be helping in that specific time. And here pretty much it's all gonna be dependent on your preference. If you're gonna be going for playing safe and just put on a shield and don't bother about the fight, then I say this one. You can just ignore it in a short time. But later, once you're, let's say, in the middle way in the duel, then you should start working on the battle strategy. So like I said, this 2 over here is mainly for the alliance duel. For the last one, which I'm having right now available, going to be the joint operation. This one will be unlocked for you when it's after to make to industrial level 1. And pretty much you're gonna be following the exact same break with the others for the battle to be upgrading the defense for the riders, which in this case going to be the ones in the middle, increasing the defense, and then for the other 2 to be increasing their attack. And here you should just go for level 1, and then to be maxing this one, and yeah, just to be keep going. Here it's gonna be helping with increasing the capacity for the troops, which is really good. And yeah, it just will be keep going with it. For the last 3 which will be unlocked once you're having the research center to a level industrial 1, then we're gonna have these 3 which gonna be aiming for, each one of them is aiming for each specific function. The first one going to be for the fighters, shooters, and the riders, which will be really good to have this one because that it means gonna be having even more into the PvP, or either more attack, more defense, more HP. These 3 will be a huge change for the game when it comes to actually having it unlocked. It will take a huge amount of time, but in the end, it will be worth it. And one thing that maybe many of you don't know about it, we already have got the second queue for the research, but it's locked because it's connected to activating your VIP at least from level 6 and higher. In this occasion, since at some point we're able to be getting actually level 1 VIP for 1 day. So what to do is you can activate that one for 1 day. And when we go for the research, we simply can be doing any kind of research. I would be preferring in this occasion, if activating the temporary VIP, to be going for the longest research you can be making at the moment. This will be making it taking that spot. And even if your VIP have got expired, it will be still doing the research. So you're having the longest research on the process, and you don't need to be worried about the part with losing that spot. So you can be using the shorter time in the first one, and for the one that is connected to the VIP, gonna be still keep going. And one of the extremely good things to be taken into consideration is to actually have the VIP activated for a longer time. If you buy the monthly call, you're gonna get the VIP for free activated for 3 months, for 30 days, not 3 months. I hope it was a 3 month. So when you do that, then we're gonna have some extra benefits from the VIP. Going to be the research speed gonna be by 10%, reduced by 10%, and then we're having the second queue for the research, which is really good because then it's saving more time. So yeah, this is pretty much everything related to the research. the advanced level, and my mistakes that you should be avoiding to be making your game even better. So I hope it will be helping you out to be making the best outcome from the research and planning how we're going to be actually upgrading it into the right way. Write them in the comments your thoughts about this one, and if I missed anything or if you have something you want to be adding, make sure to share it with me in the comments. It's really a great thing to actually do because we're helping each other, and it's really great to be doing so. If you like the video, make sure to be liking it, subscribe to the channel, and then considering becoming a member to the channel. It's really great way to be supporting the channel, to be helping me to be making or even better content. You know, always another one. Till then, take care and enjoy the game.